I feel like when I think about the trauma that black men have gone through, along with the trauma that a black woman has gone through, we're able to heal each other because we know each other's pain. We know our ancestors' pain. Black men need a black woman, and black women need a black man to help us be better. And because we know each other, we need each other to heal those wounds that were never really treated.
Welcome to my channel. This is Divested Diamonds. You have arrived. Hello, ladies. Please do me a favor and click the like button as you come in. Thank you. Thank you kindly. So in this video, I'm going to be responding to a woman who goes by the name Nieka Marie. Now, she's one of these B1 pro-black mammies whose channel is dedicated towards the pandering of black men. Look, it's not surprising really, because these women come a dime a dozen, and they don't mind putting other black women in the danger zone for some black male attention. She's another one of these women who is married to a black man. Surprise, surprise. She's very black male identified, which you are going to see in a moment. She also seems to have an obsession with holding black women accountable for literally everything. She's the type who would say, "Black women do this, and I know that some black males do this too, but..." You know how I feel about these women who speak that way, right? Anything after "but" makes your entire point irrelevant to me. If you have to compare and contrast dysfunction in a poor effort to try and seem fair and balanced, I call that coercion. I call it coercion. So she did a video with the title, "Black Women Are Being Used as Tools Against Black Men / People." Without further ado, let's get into it.
You know what? Let's go there, Abraham. Let's go there. Because again, I am a proud black woman. I wouldn't want to be anything but a black woman. I love being a black woman. A lot of us are absolutely fooled, Abraham. They have us turning against ourselves, and we don't even fucking know it. To write black men off as though they are scum of the earth and ain't shit, what do you think you're doing to you?
Okay, so if you ladies and gents can't see what's on the screen, let me just explain it to you. Some dude named Abraham T sent her a super chat, of course. This is where the tap dancing begins, right? Money, 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 money! Money! Sorry. I was getting excited over that $20 too. Hey, money! But anywho, this guy says to her, "My heart has been in mourning, and tears filled my eyes this morning for my people. Black women don't understand how utterly deceived Zaddy has them towards us. They cry out for help, and to be ignored is the worst punishment." I think he meant to say worst punishment, but never mind. Now, I'm not sure where this conversation stems from or the real context behind this comment, but I will respond to what she said. So she says, to write black men off as though they were the scum of the earth and they ain't shit, what do you think you are doing to you? Well, black men and black women are different. Whatever has happened or is happening between black men and women was going to happen sooner or later with or without intervention from any person of any race. Now, I don't think that you understand the dynamics between the two sexes of Black people. Black men and women have spent centuries coexisting with each other, knowing absolutely well that it's a match of proximity, convenience, and not destiny. We are so wrong for each other that this dysfunction has been going on long before the Europeans touched the shores of Africa. We have tried to make things work, but the only people working hard here to keep everything together are Black women. We can separate ourselves from Black men because we're not the ones out here committing high crime. Although, as a Black woman, if you do find yourself to be Black male identified, the chances are even your actions will start to mimic the Black males. There is something about their energy that is off, and those of us who see it have the right to distance ourselves from them. What Black males do better than any other group of men is they never hold themselves accountable for anything. They have a victim mentality, and if they can pass their shortcomings to another group of people, they will do that at the drop of a dime because they enjoy living in self-imposed condemnation. Black women who are doing well for themselves don't want that kind of energy around them, nor do they want to be associated with people like that. As a divested woman, I don't consider myself a part of the Black community, whatever that may be. Most divestors, I'm sure, feel the same way. We do want a separation from the rest of you because you all are embarrassing. You hold other Black people back. You hold other Black people back with your antics, and we are ashamed of you. Majority of Black males bring nothing to the table because they have grown up in situations where they are pedestalized. They think that having a penis alone is enough. But I'm here to tell you that peen alone won't get you far in life. All other men have penises too. Well, surprise, surprise. Do you know what else they bring to the table? Brains, okay? They bring brains, the ability to build, protect their investments, and that includes family. They take care of their families and don't tuck their tails between their legs at the first sign of trouble. They also don't leave the full responsibility of running a community to women. These are manly men, not effeminate men who feel that it's normal to compete with women. Unfortunately, that's how most of you Black men are. And FYI, we are proud to be Black women. We're just not interested in being associated with the rest of you. And no one is pulling the strings here. We are fully capable of not being coerced into hating Black men. This has nothing to do with puppet masters or the hatred for Black men. This is about self-preservation and understanding that most Black women can do better away from the toxicity of the so-called community. Let's continue.
When they are the ones who planted the seed to make you, Black woman.
Black men do not carry or plant any seeds. If you know anything about simple biology, you will know this. Women carry the seed being the egg. The only thing men do is fertilize that egg. We already have bodies that are equipped to create life, all except those with medical challenges, and my heart goes out to them because that can't be helped. But that's neither here nor there. The only thing that men offer is the fertilizer, the sperm. They assist in the making of a child. We as women create life. They assist in the creation of life. Stop regurgitating toxic religious doctrine that minimizes the creator of all mankind and turns her into some sort of incubator. Women are vital to the creation of life. This is not just about men here, whose bodies are currently under attack with overturning Roe v. Wade. I'll wait. Women are the creators, not men.
You come from the very seed of the scum of the earth, quote unquote. What do you think that implies and says and demonstrates about you? You are the offspring of a broke Dusty.
It doesn't imply or demonstrate anything. You can't pick or choose your parents. If you come from an ain't shit man, that's something that's imposed on you. Just because you have an ain't shit father doesn't make you ain't shit. You might share the same DNA, but his ain't shitness doesn't have to be a part of you. You do have two parents after all, and you don't have to be or end up like either of them. Genetically speaking, certain things are what they are, but being ain't shit is a choice. Your father being ain't shit doesn't define you. Let's move on.
My daddy wasn't no broke Dusty. My daddy did this, my daddy did that. But don't y'all understand? They are trying to paint the collective of all black men under the same brushes that you are stroking.
Nobody is creating narratives that don't apply. People judge you based on what you present to them. You can't blame black women for telling the truth about their real oppressor. Most of you complain about white men when you know that anytime you need some kind of financial assistance, be it Section 8 or food stamps, it's the white patriarchy you look to. Black men are happy practicing struggle love with you because as long as they can benefit off of you, right? As long as they can benefit off of what Zaddy is giving you, they will continue to drill into your heads what a nasty man he is. But what are they doing to get you to a better place? Abso-fucking-lutely nothing. The only puppeteers here are those lazy black men that you sleep with. The same black men who continue to keep you in a state of victimhood so you could continue your trauma bonding parties. And shout out to Cara D, or Madam Cara. She did a wonderful video a few days ago breaking down these types of delusions. Listen, if you like your truth unfiltered, straight with no chaser, you will want to hear what she has to say. I love that girl. Shout out to you, Cara. Let's continue.
So it doesn't matter that he is a productive man that takes care of his family, that provides and protects, leads and teaches, that builds, that loves, that nurtures, that gives stability and security. They're saying all of them ninjas are broke Dusties. So therefore, ma'am, what do you think that makes you when you are that same man's seed?
Okay, so her concern is the #all. I don't think a lot of black women would go against any male individual of any race, black included, who does his part as a man. The reason we have to say all, especially as divestors, is because black women who are wanting to properly divest do not need to make exceptions when it comes to black men. Logically, we are aware that not all black men are dusty, but, and feel free to do what I do when someone says but, okay, when trying to make a distinction. Majority of black men are dusty. That's a fact. They cause a lot of issues in society, but especially to Black women. If you, as a Black woman, spend most of your time making checklists, ticking off boxes, and keeping account of which Black men are good versus those that are bad, when will you ever find time to better your life? It's irrelevant and a waste of time, because that small percentage that most of you consider unicorns aren't doing anything to change the image of the Black male collective, are they? They are out there living lives in their gated communities, not giving a shit about anyone but themselves. So tell me, what is the purpose of giving praise and attention to a group of people who don't even care how they're perceived? Why must Black women dive through the haystack to highlight and bring attention to men who, number one, aren't checking for them, and number two, don't care if their so-called community goes up in flames? Hashtag awe saves lives, because it stops you as a Black woman from procrastinating and getting in the way of your goals and living your life in peace. We don't care about the small percentage of unicorns because they are not doing anything to help clean their own image. This is not the Black woman's fight. Allow Black men to take the initiative to save themselves for once. Black men have enjoyed generations of women coming to their aid and saving them from shame. And that's exactly what you're attempting to do as well. They don't need our help. We need to take care of us, get ourselves to safe and livable neighborhoods without doing checklists for good versus bad Black men. It's not our job. With that said, hashtag all. Let's continue.
They got y'all food so damn good, you don't even fucking know that you're next. Your image is next, Black woman. Broke, dusty Black woman. Let's use you to paint all Black men as scum of the earth so that we can use that same damn brush to paint you next.
Why are you so mad, girl? If anything, people work off of the stereotypes. You see, most people outside of the so-called community do not understand the Black so-called community's underbelly. There is so much foolishness, so much nonsense accepted in this cesspool of a community that they don't need to lend a hand in ruining the Black woman's image. That has already been done by Black men. Do you know why that is? You are surrounded by weak men who are easily bought. They are easily tempted by shiny things, so it's easy for them to sell out their own people, even if it means destroying their own image at the same time. Black men destroyed the Black woman's image. Why do you think the divestment community has separated itself from you? We are trying to clean up our image. The same image that was tainted by Black men through their music, calling Black women bees and hoes and degrading them every chance they got. Black women's image has not only been tarnished by crap and hippity-hop music, it's been tainted by absentee fathers who've had some of these women relying on the welfare system for assistance because the men that got them pregnant were too ain't shit to provide for them and their children. The Black woman's image is already tainted. Our biggest mistake for all these years was not speaking up. One might say that we shot ourselves in the foot because we allowed these mother effers to paint a certain narrative about us while foolishly staying silent. You mammies are part of the problem. You are to blame for this because here you are, acting brand new, like you don't understand how badly our image has already been damaged. The only thing that Black women are guilty of is association. We are guilty of being in close proximity to unproductive men. We have suffered, okay? We have suffered because of Black men. Other men don't understand this shit, okay? They don't get it. Other men don't understand why these men are so weak and easily conquered. You're part of the problem because you are always trying to put a band-aid on their inadequacies. Most of you are always fighting their battles, girl. They use you as collateral damage. Can't you see that? It's nothing personal to Black women. This is not our fight. Black women like you keep putting themselves in harm's way by fighting battles on behalf of Black men. The only Black women who will be next are women like you. Cape Queens, Pick-me's, Mammies, those of you who won't separate yourselves from conquered men. I'll tell you what's going to happen. They will continue to use you as human shields as they continue to protect themselves from other men. Let's continue.
Fuck out of here. They got us so damn. Look, Abraham, they don't even know it. Well, after all, I mean, black women, they come from the Black man. So, I mean, I guess they're broken dusty too, right? Right, guys? Right, guys? Should we not start aborting them too? Like, we should start promoting that too next. Because, I mean, with the Black woman, giving birth, to these same individuals, like, let's just get rid of all the broke dusties. Black man, Black woman, I mean, the same thing. Tomato, tomato.
Black men cannot and will not get rid of anyone in the womb. For obvious reasons, babe. Only Black women can. The only thing Black men can do is delete Black women, which they're already doing every 5.5 hours. But you can sit there and pretend it's not happening. Most of you do that anyway. Let's continue.
Y'all don't even know it. Y'all don't even know what y'all doing. I don't like when Black men do that either. I gotta be honest. I see Black women do that a lot more.
See what I mean? Black men do it too, but Black women do it more. It's the pandering for me. I can't stand women who hate other women. These are a dangerous breed. Let's continue.
I'm gonna be honest. I see, don't get it twisted. I see Black males doing that too. Black bitches ain't shit. I hate all these Black bitches. They just ghetto, hoes, ratchet, baby mamas. They ain't shit. We need to pack our shit up and go to the Latinos. We need to pack our shit up, go to the Asian. I don't like when Black men do that shit either. Because it has the same effect. But I gotta be honest, ladies. I see us do that a lot more.
Black females do it more. So it's okay to continue giving birth to a group of men who delete you on a constant basis? Look, I'm not telling Black women to do or not do anything, but if you are truly divested, the chances are you're not dealing with Tyrone and Glocktavius. So this shouldn't be a concern for you anyway. What these mammies and their males are doing is continuing the dysfunction while using Black women as a portal to keep giving birth to their enemy. Why should this be an option for Black women? Why should Black women continue using their bodies as portals, giving life to human-like demonic entities that will later destroy them?
I'm not gonna be disingenuous and say I don't see Black men do that too. No, Black men do it. Black males do that too. But I see Black females do that a lot more. So where they will go on a very popular YouTube channel where it's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people watching and super chat. Generous donations to spread the awareness of how all Black male babies need to be deleted. Why? Because the collective of Black men ain't shit, and the collective of Black men are destined to collect. And look at you. Should you not be deleted out too, ma'am?
I think I have an idea which YouTuber she's talking about. Look, when it comes to that topic, on that non-divestors channel, or even on divestors channels, I don't have any criticism when it comes to that particular topic because I feel Black women must do whatever it takes to make themselves happy. If Black women just happen to find themselves in such unfortunate circumstances, carrying a male spawn of a demon, it's their decision to do what's right for them. They get no judgment from me except one question. Why are you still creating soul ties with demonic entities? That's all. You have the power. You have the final say what enters and exits through you as long as it's consensual. Why are you still messing with your enemy? Let's continue.
Because you come from them. And you give birth to them. So should you not be deleted out and canceled too?
No, they come from us. Like I said, they assist in the process, yes. But women cook, weave, blend, and create the final product. The woman is the creator and giver of life, not the man.
Y'all have no idea what you do. Black men, Black women, we have to quit this mess. I'm telling you. That's all I'm trying to say. But I have to be honest. As a Black woman, I see us do this more. I see us with the shits more. I'm not going to lie. Let me tell y'all what I see. I love that Doc pointed out the fact that both Black men and Black women, we have to quit this bullshit. We do. I see it on both sides, both Black men and Black women. I'm sorry, Black females and Black males do some bullshit, you know. But can I be honest and say something? As a Black woman, and I already know y'all gonna be mad as hell when I say this, but I just gotta be real. I have noticed that Black men want the connection, the relationship, and to squash all of the bullshit with Black women, more so than Black women want that from Black men. This is what I've noticed. I'm noticing that Black men are only responding to the bullshit that a lot of Black females are dishing their way.
This is an absolute lie. But I can understand the pandering. I mean, go ahead, girl, make that money. My issue here is that she is pandering at the expense of other Black women's safety. She knows that what she's saying isn't true, but she needs the support. How can you bite the hand that feeds you? I get it, but she's going about it the wrong way. She's hustling. She's oh so ready and willing to throw Black women to the wolves for a few dollars. Black men don't want the relationship with Black women. They don't want to squash anything, but they are realizing that majority of Black women are tired of carrying grown-ass men and tired of carrying the burden of the so-called community. Black women have been used, abused, discarded for less, and now that the well is drying up and the economy has taken a nosedive, all of a sudden, they want relationships with Black women? What? She doesn't know what she's talking about. It's the other way around, girl. Black women have been responding to the mistreatment that they have been receiving over the years. Who started the gender war? Black men did. What you are seeing now are Black women responding and saying, let this shit burn. We've had enough. Other races of people have seen this too. They have been watching this shit show unfold for years. I have a little treat for you from 2017 or 2018, I forget, right? Where a white man did a video talking about this bizarre way that Black men treat Black women. No one asked him to do it, but as a man, he felt compelled to talk about it because It's strange, right? It's really strange for any group of men to have such hatred for women in their own race. Black men look like certified clowns behaving the way that they do towards black women. The issue here is women like her who normalize this crap by shaming other black women who have an aversion to this kind of behavior. Let's continue.
And let me tell you something, as a quote unquote pick me bitch, a male identified hoe. Let me tell y'all something. Like I said, I am in the spaces with my brothers, and I'm listening. And these men, I'm gonna be honest, these black men that you guys hate so much, that you say are pieces of shit so much, that don't give a fuck about you so much, they love y'all.
They love who? Girl, I don't know what it is that you put in your drink, but I want some of that delusional juice. This is hilarious. Whatever you're selling, most black women aren't buying. This reminds me of a hamster on a wheel, right? It's never ending with these women. Don't y'all get tired doing this all day, every day? Do you know who is missing in this equation? Black men. Why should they do the begging or the apologizing when people like you simply volunteer your time, effort, and energy to create this nice, easy life for them? Why would they be bothered to do anything when they have mules on deck? Must be nice. But let's continue.
The same black men that y'all say hate y'all, they love y'all. Black men love black women.
Sure, they love black women so much that they play hide, seek, and delete every 5.5 hours, right? I can feel the love, baby. I can feel the love. It's dripping all over me. Ridiculous. Let's continue.
They do, but they're hurt. They're disappointed. They feel betrayed, let down. This is why they're walking away. This is why they're not protecting you. It's not because they don't love you, they don't give a fuck about you, they don't care about you. No, it's like I've tried. They don't listen. They don't want my protection. They don't want my help. So they're only responding to the energy that you're dealing and dishing out to them. This is what I noticed. Take it from a first-hand pick me bitch to where all I do is sit around men all day and listen to the men all day. Take it from me. I'm listening. These men love us. They're disappointed. It's like it's a lost cause and there's no use. They're responding to the bullshit that we dished their way. All because, let me say this, all because we're used to dealing with no good, broke, dusty black males that ain't shit. We give our wombs to them. We give our love to them, our support to them. Then when those same males that we give our all to turn around and slap us all in the damn face, now we want to hold that against all black men. That's what I noticed.
What help? What protection? What love? Walking away? They have been walking away. Every single time things have gotten hard, they have done nothing but walk away. Stop fantasizing over things that never happened. Disappointed? Hurt? Do you hear yourself when you speak? Cry me a river. They have repeatedly disappointed black women. They have repeatedly hurt black women for centuries. They did it during the Arab slave trade, the European transatlantic slave trade, They did it on the plantation. They did it during the civil rights movement. What are you talking about? They have been a disappointment since the beginning of time. And here's a fact. Black women have never needed black men. It's always been the other way around. Older generations of black women were brainwashed with religion, which downplayed the power of women and put them in positions where they felt that they had to succumb to unworthy men to validate their existence. Black women have had to tiptoe around the truth in regards to the inner workings of a non-existent community just to preserve the egos of conquered men. So tell me, where has all this pandering and tap dancing gotten black women? I'll wait. But let's continue to play pretend, shall we?
And black men are tired of trying to convince you that he's not the broke, dusty ninjas that you love.
No, black women are tired of black men only being nice when they need a place to stay while they eat up all their food and R-ing their children. They can't help themselves.
I'm not him. I wouldn't do you like that. But because you're so attracted to and you're so in love with the lowest of us, you don't know a good one when we approach you. So now it's like, I gotta say fuck you too, with all respect, because I have to protect myself from you.
So there you have it. Cape Queen Mouthpiece has spoken. These women are delusional. They see what they want to see and will do anything to make sure that the black male is comfortable. It's funny, though, how other races of people can see the blatant abuse and dysfunction, yet they want to convince you that your eyes are playing tricks on you. It's pitiful. As promised, here's the video that I reacted to back in 2017 or 2018, I forget, of this man who actually saw the truth for what it really is. Without further ado, let's take a look.
Hello out there, everyone, and thank you for stopping by. Welcome to the Ed Library. Welcome to the Ed Show. A few years ago, in a previous iteration of this channel, we had a video. This was another request video. It was a video. This is a subgenre. This requires a little bit of background explanation. There is a genre of videos on YouTube whereby black males will get up and they'll basically trash black women, and they'll say why they don't date black women. And when somebody first sent this to me, I was like, no, this can't, that's absurd, right? But sure enough, I did some searching on YouTube, and there is indeed this whole, again, genre of videos where black males get up and they basically say why black women aren't good enough for them and why they don't like black women. And I'm looking at this and I'm putting it in white terms, and I'm thinking you would almost never see a white guy stand up and say, well, white women aren't good enough for me. Now, there is a very small group of white males who have this thing for foreign brides, Eastern European women and Asian women, but it's a much, much smaller subset. I mean, this is a thing, and this was a few years ago, and I thought, well, maybe this has died down, but I'm looking on YouTube again, and sure enough, they're still at it. It's like this never ends. And what I want to do in this video, per one of your a request that one of you made, is kind of explore this. Now, obviously, I'm an outsider to the African American community. Well, not really. I'm a light-skinned African American. Now, I obviously am, and I understand that that's going to cause some resentment out there. But I think sometimes it's beneficial to see something from an outsider's perspective, because I'm not trapped in some of the viewpoints that are maybe creating what I see. It really is a self-loathing mindset among some of the men who are making these statements on YouTube and other social media platforms.
It's absolutely amazing that the Black women who are speaking up on the disrespectful ways of Black men aren't being delusional. These men hate you so much that they are willing to denigrate you openly. Everyone else can see that too. They don't care about Black women. They never have. It all boils down to what you can do for them. This forced relationship between Black men and women has never been reciprocal. It never ceases to amaze me, though, how these women will go out of their way to protect the degeneracy of the Black male, but won't have an ounce of empathy for another Black woman. These women love their abuser much more than they love themselves. Again, when other Black women speak up and tell the truth about the mistreatment caused by Black men, rather than believe them, the capes come out in support of Black men. Even when these women are being deleted, they still support them. Like I said earlier, if Black women spent their time making checklists of good versus bad Black men, they would never leave Blackistan because they will always find an excuse to stay. They will always find something positive to say about some dude that they know. There's good and bad in almost everything. But Blackistan has never proved beneficial to Black women. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The church has also played a very big part in subjugating Black women. The notion of only being worthy once you're attached to a man is very damaging. This idea that the man is the head of the household has put a lot of Black women at risk. Not every man is meant to lead. Not every man is equipped for that kind of power. Women can only feel safe to let a man, yes, and I said let, because this is supposed to be your partner, not your father. Women can only feel safe to let a man lead when they feel protected, when trust is involved, and complete confidence that the man in question is capable of doing the job. How the hell would any woman allow Tyrone, who is also living in her house as a dependent, to lead the household when he's spending his 9 to 5 on her couch? These women are foolish for allowing this to happen. They are, as long as they think that they can change ain't shit men into something special. This will continue to happen. That's no way to live. And you have Black women out here telling other Black women to put up with this BS? For what? Preserving a community that doesn't exist? Living day to day, not knowing if your life will end? Never knowing what peace is because you're always in combat with men who look like you? If other races of people can see this, why would any Black woman pretend it's not happening? Take a look at this.
I think in America, for example, you are 3 times more likely as a Black woman to be killed at home by a partner or ex-partner. I would say the fact that we don't talk about those Black women, we don't talk about domestic violence that Black women experience, that actually it's deemed, because of the way that race is, and because everything about race, and when we talk about race, is talking about men and doesn't really address women. I think that's a very interesting thing about race, that actually we don't talk about the levels of domestic violence that women of color suffer in the United States of America, because then we would have to admit that in the United States of America, Black men are more violent proportionately to their partners than white men. Because as a Black woman, you are 3 times more likely, proportionately, to be killed by your partner or ex-partner. I think that is probably pretty damn racist that we don't talk about that. And that's because every time we talk about race, we think about men. We don't talk about racism or the sexism that women of color actually face, or the misogyny or the violence that those women face. We just talk about these poor Black men who often turn out to be not particularly great witnesses or victims for that matter. And so I do think that there is something deeply racist and rotten going on in the United States of America, and the people that bear that with the greatest burden are women. And so if you're not talking about the plight of Black women and women of color throughout the United States of America, the number of missing girls throughout the United States of America, then I don't think I'm going to buy your idea about racism, because those women take it and suffer a lot more for the fact that they are Black and women. And I don't know, I'm not a Black woman, but when I have talked to Black feminists in the United States of America, they say that actually the whole struggle about race is very male-centric. And that's why women in the United States of America suffer a great deal when it comes to domestic violence and maternal death.
That was Kellie-Jay Keen. She's a British woman who fights for all women's rights. I have already introduced you to Maria McLachlan, right? Who has defended Black women against toxic trans ideology. And this is another woman whose work is beneficial to all women. She's another ally, Black women. Her videos are very informative, and she is fighting for the rights of all women on both sides of the pond. Here's my point. If this woman, who is living across the pond, knows this much about this topic, why would a woman, a Black woman at that, living in these United States of America, refuse to accept what's going on in her own backyard? At this point, a separation between divestors and the kingdom of Mammyville is very necessary. These women will continue to use shaming tactics to keep other Black women in harm's way. The best thing to do is ignore them and keep divesting. Let them pander, turn themselves into mules, and continue sleeping on air mattresses with Tyrone. We don't care. They just need to leave us alone. On that note, please leave your thoughts and comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, ladies, divest, divest, divest. Thank you so much for watching. This is Divested Diamonds, and I'll see you next time. Bye, diamonds.